Hey friends! Please like and subscribe for more amazing stories! My name is Olivia, and this is the story of how my mother stole my boyfriend from me. My mom, Allison, and I used to be so close. We did everything together. She had me when she was young, and people always assumed she was my older sister, and not my mom. Once I was older, they assumed we were best friends rather than mother and daughter. We would go out to parties and meet guys together, but she made me promise to keep it a secret that she was my mom. It was fun at first. Little did I know, she would turn on me. One night, I met a guy named Colin at my friend's party. We fell for each other right away. I couldn't believe how handsome and nice he was. My mom was so angry I didn't invite her to go with me. But I was happy I didn't have to deal with her that night. Having my daughter as my best friend was amazing at first. But the more we went out together, the more I realized how many men preferred her over me. It seemed like every attractive guy in the room was ready to talk to her, and I usually ended up alone. Rarely did I get any attention from the men, especially the younger ones. One night, I told her exactly how I felt. "Olivia, you are stealing all the men! I don't even have a chance with them if you're around." "Whatever, Mom. You just don't try hard enough." "You try way too hard. You need to stop dressing the way you do and let me be the one to shine every once in a while." I was tired of Olivia wearing revealing clothes and looking so good. It made me insecure because I wasn't as skinny as her. "No way! I'm going to keep wearing whatever I want. I look great!" I was enraged that my daughter couldn't tone down her outfits for one night. She was too selfish to let me get any attention. She had to have it all for herself. That's how I knew I needed to do something about it. Right after we met, I invited Colin over for dinner. My mom came home unannounced and invited herself to eat with us. I was annoyed, but Colin was such a great guy that I was excited to show him off to her. As soon as I saw my daughter's hot boyfriend, I needed him to be mine. I was extremely nice to him and could tell he was attracted to me, too. He was only 20 years old, and it was flattering to have his attention. Then, I started my revenge on Olivia. I illegally bought pills that would cause rapid weight gain, and began sneaking them into her meals. She had no idea until suddenly, her body began to change. After I started dating Colin, I realized that none of my clothes fit. Each day, when I woke up, I struggled to get my pants to button. Then, they were impossible to pull up over my legs. What is wrong with me? I had no idea what to do. I hardly recognized myself in the mirror. My body was so fat, and I couldn't wear any of my sexy clothes anymore. The only things that fit were baggy t-shirts and pants. Whenever Colin came to see me, I would push him away because I was too embarrassed to see him. The pills worked even better than expected. Olivia's weight gain was so rapid. I looked much more attractive than her and could finally be the one who got the attention for once. She said Colin was a nice guy, but I knew he wouldn't be attracted to her anymore. She was, at least, double the size she used to be. Not to mention, she was very emotional and insecure. She isolated herself from everyone and pushed Colin away. One day, he came over to talk to Olivia again, and she finally broke up with him. He looked sad, but it was the perfect time to ask him out now that he was a single man. He was vulnerable with a broken heart. He agreed to go on a date with me, and even looked excited about it. We went out on a date together, and he gave me all of the attention that I felt I was missing out on. He was so young, handsome, and friendly. He even gave me compliments and called me by my first name.
You are so beautiful, Allison.
For a moment, I felt half my age again. We went back home, and I couldn't wait to make a move on him. But as soon as I tried to kiss him, Olivia came out of her bedroom and caught us. "Mom! You are the worst!" As soon as my daughter ran away, I was shocked to see Colin was glaring at me. Then, he confessed to me his own secret.
I only went on a date with you to ask about Olivia. I thought you could help me find out the real reason she broke up with me.
Look at her! She is twice the size she used to be. She doesn't look like the same person anymore.
I love Olivia, and I don't care about her weight gain. She's still beautiful to me.
I couldn't believe he had tricked me. He chased after Olivia and kissed her. By the end of the night, they were a couple again. I was furious that my plan didn't work and threw away the pills. I was shocked my mom tried to steal him. But Colin and I made up, and he even told me he loved me. My weight gain was not a problem for him. The next day, I accidentally found a pill bottle in the trash and realized what my mom had been doing all along. She was the entire reason I gained weight. What is wrong with you? You are a horrible mother. I am done with you. Good. I won't have to compete with you anymore if you aren't around. Having Olivia out of my way meant that I could do whatever I wanted. I could be the attractive one and get all of the attention without her stealing it away. I started throwing parties and going out even more. But it seemed that none of the young people wanted anything to do with me. They wanted to be around people their age, not someone who was the same age as their parents. I got very lonely once I realized that Olivia wasn't the problem. It was my fault for trying to compete with my daughter and be more of a friend than a mother to her. Everyone my age had great relationships with their kids. Some had grandchildren to care for, yet I was all alone. I decided to try and make peace with Olivia and see if she would let me back into her life. But when I called her, I couldn't believe what I heard. You have the wrong number. I don't have a mother. I was done with my mother and her selfish ways. She crossed the line, and I could never forgive her for what she did to me. It broke my heart to hear my daughter say she didn't have a mother. I was speechless and had to accept that she didn't want a relationship with me. It was all my fault for trying too hard to be a friend to Olivia, rather than a good mom. My mistakes will cost us our entire relationship, and I will regret it for the rest of my life. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.